Hey, what's up and welcome back to the channel. Now, first of all, thank you so much for being here because as you might know, it's been quite a while since I was active on the IAMRENSI channel. For everybody who doesn't know me yet, my name is Rens. I'm a digital artist from the Netherlands and today I want to challenge myself to create an awesome photo manipulation. I just came back from a walk with my dog and I took my camera with me and I just shot a couple of pictures. From these pictures, I'm gonna pick probably one, maybe two, I'm not even sure yet. And I just want to start creating a surreal photo manipulation because it's been months and months ago. So are you ready? I definitely am. Let's go. Alright, so I opened a few pictures that I just shot and this is the first one, so this is just my dog. This is the second one and this is the third one. And this is the fourth one, and I just want to use some of these pictures, so I'm not going to use all of them. I'm definitely going to use this one, and for the background it's probably going to be I think it's going to be this one. So let's import these to my document. So I'm going to select this one, press Command C, go right over here and press Command V, move this and drag this into place. So let's maybe position it maybe something like this. All right, let's go to my dog. Let's select this image, press Command C once again and open it right over here. I'm gonna increase the size a little bit and you might already know what I want to do. I want to create a huge body because my dog is called Buddy. Now the first thing that I want to do before I continue is I want to remove this leash. I'm gonna create a new pixel layer. I'm gonna go over to my inpainting tool and I'm gonna try to remove this leash. So I want to set it to current layer and below that I can actually sample pixels from the layer beneath or below, and I'm just gonna brush over the parts that, yeah, I don't want to have in my image. Something like this. There we go, this looks pretty good actually. Also I want to remove the shadow, of course. There we go. So this actually looks better than I expected. And right over here I want to do the same thing. Now let's just use the clone stamp tool, so I'm just gonna clone it out and it's not gonna be perfect, but that's okay. And we can also use some of this foot, let's say, maybe rotate the brush a little bit by using the arrow keys. Alright, so there we go, he's just one nail missing. Let's see if we can fix that. There we go. And the rest of the leash we also don't need. So what I want to do now is I want to cut out the dog, but obviously I'm gonna need this part because otherwise we'll have the leash. So I'm gonna rasterize this layer and I'm gonna merge this one down. And now this is on one layer, as you can see. And now I can spend some time cutting out Buddy, and I'm simply gonna use the quick selection tool for this. There we go. Now of course this is a very sloppy selection, but I'm gonna use the refine button to refine the selection. Alright, there we go. So there we've got my dog. I'm gonna hit apply for now and I'm just gonna mask this out. So there we have the dog, and now I'm gonna move him, yeah, maybe position him right around here. Alright, so now I don't like the scent at all, and honestly, so I'm just gonna mask it out as well. So I press B on the keyboard to select my brush tool, and I'm gonna brush out the shadow, I should say. And there we go. Now I want to mask out the sky as well because I don't like the sky too much. So I'm gonna press W on the keyboard to select my quick selection brush. I'm gonna make a very quick selection. Of course I have to select the right layer. I'm gonna make a very quick selection of the sky, and I'm gonna use the refine button to refine my selection, and this works pretty fine, as you can see. Here we missed some parts. Alright, so there we go. Let's hit apply. And now I want to invert my selection, so I'm gonna press Command Shift I and then hit the mask icon. And now you can see the sky is gone. Alright, so now we have Buddy sitting on the beach or the sand. Okay, so now we're gonna need some sky, obviously. And we're also gonna need some shadows. So for the shadows, I think I will just brush them in manually, which is gonna be pretty hard, but we'll see how it goes. So let's select this sand color because this is the right color for the shadows. Let's increase the brush size a little bit and let's just create some shadow. Something like this. Now I want to fix the mask a little bit right over here. There we go. And that is first part of the shadow. Well, it looks pretty terrible honestly, but let's see if I can fix it a little bit. All right, that looks pretty okay. Now what I want to do is I want to add more shadows right around here because this is where he touches the ground, so there it's going to be even darker. So I'm going to create a new layer and this is going to be shadow body. Let's rename everything. This is going to be body and this is going to be contact shadow body. And the contact shadow can be on top. So let's press B on the keyboard. Let's select a dark color. So I'm gonna hold Alt and with my brush tool pick another color. And now I'm gonna brush a shadow right where he's sitting. So somewhere around here. Here at this ball he's sitting. Here at this ball he's sitting. There we go. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now, I don't have an internet connection right at the moment, so I cannot really find any other sky. Hey, if you've been enjoying this video so far, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to learn photo manipulation in Affinity Photo, then I highly recommend you to check out my master course, The Art of Photo Manipulation, in which I'll teach you everything that I've learned regarding photo manipulation in the past years.
I'll put the link down below in the description.
Alright, let's get back into the video. So I have my own image library that I saved over the past, whatever. I actually saved some sky and cloud images. Now they don't load obviously, so let's just see what we can find. This looks like a pretty decent sky. So let's use this one, copy and paste it inside. Oops. And let's position it at the bottom of my document. Now I think it's a little bit too saturated and maybe a little bit too blue, so let's fix that. I'm gonna create an adjustment layer and maybe decrease the vibrance a bit, something like so. And maybe for the foreground, maybe it's a little bit too orangey, so I'm gonna add some blue in the foreground. Make sure to clip it to my foreground. And there we go. Now I want to do the same for body. Let's make body a little bluer as well. Something like that. Looks pretty cool. These are all shadows, so let's group these together. And now I can create a group mask to fine-tune the shadows even further, which is pretty useful as well. Something like so. Alright, that starts to look pretty funny actually. His foot here is not really in place. That bothers me a little bit, but maybe if we fix the mask right around here, maybe we can fix the position of his foot as well. Alright, that kind of worked. Now let's fix the shadows. So let's go to this shadow. Okay, that looks better, I would say. Alright, so what else can we do? I want to add some more to this image, but I'm not really sure what. Maybe I want to add more depth to this image by doing this. And now I can use my brush tool to get back the sky right over around here. Alright, what else can we add? some foreground element would be nice to create some more, yeah, depth or something. So let's see if I have some tree or... Okay, let's grab this tree. Let's add it to our image. Let's move it all the way to the top because it's a foreground element. And now I'm going to increase it a whole lot and position it somewhere maybe like this. Make it a whole lot darker. And keep the highlights like so. Okay, that looks pretty interesting. This definitely has too much color as well. And I want to blur it for sure. So let's do that first. Let's add a lens blur. And let's increase the radius a whole lot. There we go. Just to add some nice depth to the image. And let's fix body a little bit. So let's add a curves adjustment layer. Maybe decrease his darks a little touch, like so. And now I want to add some dodging and burning. So I'm going to use an exposure adjustment layer for that, I think. Maybe another curves layer. And darken the whole image like so. Invert the layer mask and use a brush. And a white brush, obviously. Decrease the flow. And we're just gonna brush in some darker areas. Now, before I show you the end result, if you want to learn photo manipulation, then don't forget to check the link down below in the description. Alright, let me show you the end result.